Yo, what's up guys? It's Faded Star here with another new video. Today we're in the Witch's Grave, aka Barren Fork Cemetery. Today we're going to be walking the loop and maybe talking about the witch that lived here a little bit. There's not really much information about her online, sadly. Uh, so let's go ahead and start walking this loop. There's a little trail out through here. Goes through an old time coal mining camp, and there's actually a swine farm that was out here as well. So that will be pretty cool. This place is supposedly haunted, so we're right at the gates of where all the craziness supposedly happened. So let's go ahead and cross through here. In this town, I'm not entirely sure when this place was founded. This is in Mccreary County, Kentucky. So, you can always come down here and check it out for yourself and do some research as well. But the main reason why I'm here is the witch that lived here, why they call it the Witch's Grave. She tormented the town folk of this area, and they eventually, performed a witch trial. I'm not entirely sure how they took care of her, but I believe they burned her at the stake. The woods here have a pretty eerie vibe to it, but it's supposed to be haunted. Um, you know, Sometimes you can hear stuff and stuff like that. You always have like this eerie feeling that somebody's watching you. And there is a graveyard. It's just like right in this place. The swine farm that's here is somewhere over there out in the woods. But yeah, I thought this would be a pretty interesting video for yins. We'll explore the graveyard a little bit too as well. And this is our first sign. Let yins kind of get a look at the forest. Or it's completely in the middle of nowhere. See if I can turn down this, that way yins can see it a little bit better. Let yins look at the writing, that way yins can pause it and read it if yins want. But there's some pictures of the people that lived here. I don't think there's any pictures of the supposed witch that lived here. But story goes that the townsfolk, when they execute her, put her remains under a shed. They built a shed on top of it, and they said if the shed ever gets destroyed, her spirit will be set loose. And the shed's no longer there, guys, so that's why we're here. That'd be pretty neat. There's a bunch of spider webs everywhere. That's always lovely, getting that on your face. Just a nice little walk through the forest. But here's another sign. There's a few little, you see these mounds of stuff right here, little hills. Some of them are houses, like remains of houses and stuff. You can actually go into the woods and check out the foundations and stuff. We're not going to do that tonight because it's really overgrown. We might try to come back at some point during the day and do it. So here's another one. It's just the devil shoelace plant. some information on it. Usually, if you see this plant anywhere, you people's live there. You can just probably go a couple feet back, and you'll eventually find it. And when I was younger, I used to walk this trail with my papa and my parents. And there's this old guy that was always here. I haven't seen him in a long time, but he kind of always give you a very creepy vibe. And you see this bench, he'd always be sitting there. Now, picture like Ghost Rider with Nicolas Cage. The devil in that. That's what the old guy looked like. I don't know the actor's name, but shout out to whoever he is. This is some more information, and it looks like it was in the 1930s. Yeah. So here's the information, guys, if you care enough to pause it and read it. All right. And I know there's a place over there in the woods, but you can't really see it because it's so overgrown. We'll definitely probably come back out here once some of the plant life dies. That way we can check it out. But you can clearly see we're just walking through this graveyard forest trail with crazy background history. But the witch, she apparently done a lot of bad stuff, and some people say she died in her craft, and then some people say they burned her at the stake. But I know they did kill a lady that they thought was the witch before they eventually got her. So who knows if they actually caught the real one or not. But there's a lot of crazy stuff that's happened out here. Definitely haunted. There's quite a few locals around here that have some really good stories about them coming out here at night, seeing shadow figures and strange people. Maybe I'll be able to go through the editing and catch something on video. And this is the pig farm. You can go out there a couple 100 feet behind the sign, and you'll actually be able to see some of the remains. So there's that. And I actually just heard something in the background. I don't know if you heard that. It sounded like a car door closing, which could have been, because this is a graveyard. People come out here, hang out sometimes. It's a pretty creepy area, and it's fun to come out here with your friends and walk the loop at night. See if you got the courage. This is like a really swampy area right here. So this is actually where I think they burned her, under this swamp area. But I'm not entirely sure. Just rumors, speculation. The trees all over here are real twisted up and stuff. Which, that right there, I believe is called a horse's nose. And the Indian settlements back in the day used to do that to those trees. That way it points to a location where they can go find it. I don't know if that's one of the trees or not, but I always thought that would be pretty cool to just try to go in the direction of the trees to see if we come across the cave or something. Hearing some noises in the woods. Getting a little creepy. Get that good spine chill going, you know. Don't want to get attacked by a bear or a cat. That wouldn't be fun. Make a good video though. I don't know if you've heard that or not, but it sounded like some kind of animal in the woods take off. Hearing a lot of movement around me. Kind of creepy. I'm gonna turn the brightness on the flashlight up a little bit. You know, some people say they rather not see it coming, but I think I'd rather see it before it gets me, you know? But you can see how creepy it looks out there. Something wet just dripped on me. Freaky. But we're still going to push through this. Getting a little freaked out. It's all part of the good fun, you know? But and we're actually only halfway done with this loop. So we're actually pretty far out into the woods by now. But if you are really enjoying watching these videos, guys, just leave us a like and comment and subscribe, guys. And I'll definitely try to do these videos more often. Definitely hearing a lot of stuff in the woods, and this is actually a really high up drop, which is kind of freaky that I am hearing stuff over there because it's actually a pretty big drop right there. You know? And here is some more information and some more pictures. But I'll try to get you a good look at how big of a drop this is. Can't really see it very well, but doing the best I can with it. And here's another bench where you could sit and look into the forest at the nature. I wish there was more information on the witch out there. And if someone actually has some good information on her, I would really appreciate it if you can leave that in the comments. It hasn't rained here for a couple days, so everything's real dry. It's starting of the fall. The leaves will be changing soon, which I have plans for a lot of cool videos. Some nice overlooks and some cool scenery for you. But yeah, I always thought it'd be pretty neat. Be able to look around and check out things. While I was stopping, I was kind of like hearing stuff. I was listening. But as you can see, this place is really creepy. You do hear a lot of things in this woods. If it's paranormal or animals, that is which is unknown. But for young people that have a urge for the paranormal, I definitely recommend coming and checking out the witch's grave. If you have what it takes to come walk this trail. And it is actually 12:30 right now. Might try to do this at 3 a.m. at some time. This is actually one of the homestands. You can actually see it pretty well. So we'll actually let you get a good look at this one. Walk off the path real quick. And this place is actually pretty littered, pretty good, with all the old foundations and stuff. There's actually quite a few there, which is pretty neat for all yous adventure types. And we've made it out of the loop it appears. So now we'll be in the graveyard to look at it a little bit. But a lot of people around this area have lots of good stories about it. You do get quite a few hints of like mold and mildew as you're walking through here. And just hearing a bunch of stuff coming from where we just walked at. And here is some more information on this if you want to stop and read it. And there's the graveyard. We'll be going up there and exploring it shortly. Alright, so now let's go into the graveyard. Well, not really into it yet, but we're going to walk around it. Gotta finish the loop and show where I actually think the shack used to be. And this is actually a fairly big graveyard for this area. It's one of the biggest ones I think I've seen. There's a lot of new graves and a lot of old graves. The far right side, I mean, when you're coming into this, the far left side, which would be our far right side now, is actually where the older graves are. There's a lot of children graves and babies and stuff. It's kind of morbid, but you'll get that from back in the day. Not very good medicine back then. And shout out to any of the locals doing this. I hope this video give you a little bit of hope for this small community. I'd love to see this place get to be able to do something with it. That'd be pretty cool. There's a lot of creepy statues that can give you a nice little jump scare when you're walking around with a phone light. And some of these statues, some of these tombstones glow. I can't think of what kind of stone that is, but pretty creepy. And you turn off the light. I got some of these burning lamps out there. I don't know if you can see it on the video. And there's some more forest for you guys. And I actually think the shed was over here. Like right in front of this tree. This really big tree. And there's a lot of unmarked graves here too. Okay, I think this right here was where the shed was. This little area. The only place really there is no graves. And it's pretty creepy, honestly. Especially when you're out here alone. I like to see some people come out here with some media boxes and try to get something. Because here I am completely sure you will get something. With all the history there is in this area. There's some devil shoelaces growing. Sorry guys, I had to adjust my equipment real quick. There's some more statues, some Jesus statues. And some angel statues. And then here is the Burn Fork Cemetery with that cross. Try to get that in frame for you. Back up a little. Probably be a little bit easier. But there's that. And we'll enter the graveyard a little bit. Try not to step on anybody's graves. Here's some, here's a really old one. You can't really even see a date on it. These are babies' graves, and you can see there is quite a lot of them. This one I always thought was really sad. There is a little lamb on it, and there's a little bird on this one. It says 1908 on this one. And can't really make out what that one says. But that looks like 1912, but I'm not entirely sure. This was February 1908 to July of 1908. 12th of February to the 12th of July. So only a couple months old, which is really sad. There is quite a few Civil War gravestones. This is 1890. Can't really see where it goes to. Another cool one. And there's some more. These really old ones I always thought looked really cool. But we'll walk around this real quick. Try not to step on any. But I believe I'll walk over here real quick to this area. And some of the places are just not even marked with a stone, a tombstone. They just got a rock to place it. And there's a lot of places that it's hard to tell. Like this one right here. Somebody probably broke this one, and it's a really old one, which is really sad to see. And here's a bunch of old ones. This is some more children graves. Pretty sure like most of these over here are child graves, which is pretty sad, but we have explored this graveyard as much as I'm going to for tonight. It's a really big graveyard. As you can see, it just keeps going on and on. So I'm going to call that as a video, guys. And as always, leave a like, comment, and subscribe. And I'll catch you on the next one, guys. Peace.